Is it worth it? Is it really worth it, what we're doing? Is this quest really worth it? Are my goals really worth it? Is my life really worth it? That's a little extreme, but that's what I'm going to talk about today, everyone. Welcome. As we grow, and me personally anyway, and I've actually had a conversation with somebody that they came to me with the same question. Do you ever find yourself asking, is this really worth it? You know, I'm doing all this. I'm working so hard. You know, I'm not like, I've given up all these like, whatever you want to call them, lazy times. I'm working so hard. Is it worth it? Is this really worth it in the end? And now the long and short of it is like, yes, but that all depends on you. Now, don't just say yes. This is how you reflect on if it's worth it, okay? First of all, you look at your goal, your end in mind, whatever that may be for you. Mine is a certain amount of passive income every month, whatever it is for you, okay? Now, that in itself probably will seem overwhelming, and then you're really going to ask yourself, is this really worth it? Like, do I really need to go that far, that much, that high? That depends on you and what you really want. That's number one. But number two, regardless of how steep or goal or low or whatever the level of the goal is, look back on a year of your life, in the past year. Go back 5 years if you want. If in that time, things change, maybe yeah, they change. But if in that time, you personally have not made changes about yourself, you have not tried to improve significantly, or you've tried and stopped and tried and stopped and tried and stopped, or you have the intention in your mind, but you don't actually execute it. So in that time, if all that's been going on, and you're really, in the grand scheme of things, you're still at pretty much the same level, or you're not at the level of where you wanted to be, which is your goal, or you're not even close, or you haven't gotten anywhere close to it. I'm throwing out every possible scenario here. So basically, if you haven't progressed in that, looking back a year ago from today, like 1 year ago until today, and like nothing's changed, I haven't grown, I'm not closer to my goal, I'm not any closer to doing the things that I've wanted to do, I haven't improved on myself, in fact I've tried and stopped. If all those things are happening, ask yourself two questions, going back to is it worth it? Are you okay with that? If you are, then yeah, it's worth it to... Are you okay with not improving? Then no, then it's not worth it. Your goal's not worth it to you because you're like, okay, fine. It's like, I'm okay. And if you are truly okay, then that's fine. But if you're looking back that year, 5 years, 2 years, whatever, till today, and it's like, no, I haven't actually. I haven't improved. Then you ask yourself, are you okay with that? And it's like, no, I'm not okay with that. Then that's how you know, is it worth it? Because I guarantee you this. If you're not okay with not having improved in the past year, 10 years, 5 years, whatever, I guarantee you this. You saying it's not worth it, I'm not going to bother, won't change your inside feelings of like, man, I really wish there was something more in life. Maybe you need to reevaluate your goal. Maybe your goal is larger than you really want it to be, or not big, or not large enough. Who knows? The point is, think in today. Looking back on a year, you haven't tried to really improve, you've given up many times, you quit. Think from today now, looking into the year of future, like into the future, a year from now. Will you be okay with yourself if you're still at the same exact level that you're at? That's the real question. Will you be okay with yourself in 1 year if you have not improved at all? And think about your goal and all that, right? If you don't think you'll be okay with yourself in 1 year not having improved at all, then yes, the answer is it worth it? Yes, it is worth it. No matter what you want in life, you are the vessel to achieving that. So if your vessel stays the same, how can you achieve something more than what you're already achieving if you're staying the same? You know, think about yourself as a car, okay? If you want to go 300 kilometers an hour, are you going to be a freaking, I don't know, Oldsmobile, like, you know, hunk of junk? Or are you going to be a Ferrari? or a Lamborghini. And I'm not talking about like owning the car. This is a metaphor. This is not like think about what you want. This is a metaphor. If you want to go 300 kilometers an hour, you need to be a car that can go 300 kilometers an hour. If you want to fly, you need to be a bird. You need to be a plane. If you want to swim, you need to start swimming. I'm getting more literal as I kind of go down here. If you want to be a soccer player, you need to play soccer. If you want to be rich, you need to think like a rich person. If you want to be social, you need to think and act like a social person. You need to learn from social people. The question of is it worth it is how much do you really want to change? Because that's really what it comes down to. And the answer is this. It depends on you and yourself. But if you're not happy from not having changed from the past year, you will not be happy going forward. And you're lying to yourself if you say you're happy. Let me correct that. You're lying to yourself if you said from a year ago to today you haven't changed and you're not happy. You're lying to yourself if you say you're going to be happy going forward. Because you could act happy, you could tell yourself you're happy all you want. I've been in this situation myself many times where I really tried to like be happy settling in like career-wise. And it eats away at your soul. So, just know that if it's worth it, ask yourself, do you want your soul to be eaten away at? And that's all I have to say. That's my experience anyway. If you guys have any other opinions on if it's worth it or not, please comment. Please like the video if you like it. And please subscribe if you like my comments, my content. And that's all I got. Let's keep growing together. Really reflect on if it's worth it for you. Take care and have a great day.